for these karateka.
It is.
And once again, all credit to Fighters Inc., Joe and Paul, to get this sort of money on the table for these athletes.
It's commendable to Joe and Paul. They're giving these guys not just a financial incentive, but the opportunity to prepare themselves for what's considered to be an Olympic standard competition coming up in regards to the Europeans and the Worlds.
And they're making them start.
They are.
Joe Kellaway in the red, Adam El Shafei in the blue, and Adam, to be fair, looks slightly nervous, Greg.
He should be, because look at Joe. Joe has just got that air of menace and presence about him. He's just ready to go. He's the man to beat today. He's the man to beat tonight.
And I spent time with him prior to this 10K, hoping to promote it, which we did on live streams. And he's so grounded as well, Greg.
Oh, he is. He's a real humble guy. He reflects in many respects the best of karate. He's a great ambassador for the sport. Great ambassador for the sport.
And
again,
you said there, they didn't stop. Joe had a quick look round, saw that none of the judges had done it, and he went straight in.
And back straight in. Again, that's the way to fight. That's the way to fight. Stay on it. Adams just lost 2 points there through lack of concentration, and now, you know, he's chasing the Panther.
I was going to say, you don't want to be doing that again. Many tip that he can do the double here, that he can get it again. You don't want to be behind that early.
You really don't.
To something so simple, Greg, that you've been on about all evening.
Exactly. There's too much. Karate's not competition's not difficult. You just have to concentrate on the person in front of you. That's it. Again, Joe's another one who's come down, who's been up at the Team GB camp in Manchester since the beginning of the year, and unquestionably you can see straight away the benefits of that in regards to his form. He's looking really athletic, and his execution has been really he's looking sharp already.
And as we are media savvy now in the 21st century, we're streaming this on Facebook for all the fans. He'd make a perfect poster boy as well, doesn't he?
He's a pin-up, Joe. He is a pin-up, the boy. There's no disputing that. And he's got all the tools to reflect that. He's got all the tools that you want from karate. He can kick, he can punch, he can sweep, and he's got a great temperament.
And these are all tools now that are needed in the modern age.
They really are. The good thing about karate, beautiful back kick. And that one hurt Joe. He won't show it, but that's going to take the wind out of you. Beautifully executed. First time we've seen a spinning back kick, and that's one of the great equalisers. Competition karate is about points and legitimate pain.
Well, that's raised the heat here now, Greg, all of a sudden.
Because what you've seen is the ability of a fighter there in Adam who's able to score points and inflict legitimate pain within the rules. And that is what unsettles fighters. If Joe's going to be unsettled by anything, it's going to be the impact of that kick. He's got to stay composed and stay on it, and he's clearly doing that.
Well, I think the judges have gone both ways. No, they're going to go with Joe straight back down.
Good.
But that would have given Adam confidence, wouldn't it?
Without a doubt. Technically, that's such a hard kick to deliver, especially against someone like Joe Kellaway, who's very, very fast and very savvy.
And Adam's got blood on his cheek from a technique, which they're going to have just cleaned up.
Okay.
Below the right eye.
Yeah, he's got a little nick on his eye there. He's going to just get that tended to by the medic. But yeah, that was really good exchange there between Joe and Adam. Both of them hitting with good techniques to the body. Joe with a low kick to the body. Adam with a spinning back kick. As I said earlier, just today, to win competition karate at international level, you've got to know when to score points and when to inflict legitimate pain. Legitimate pain is within the rules, hitting to the body, hard, strong, and with focus.
And we've also learned, no matter how well rated you are, no matter how much of a pre-tournament favourite, you can't take anything for granted in the 10K.
No, because the standard is unquestionably very, very high. And, you know, your confidence can be knocked pretty quickly if your head's not in the right space. You've got to be able to shake it off and just go. Very, very important. Joe's got a little bit of time now to just reflect. I'd have a chat with my coach as well if I was him. just to make sure everything's all right. Just get a little bit of a nod of approval from him and make sure that everything's on point.
And with the blood like that, how important will this be? I mean, they're talking to the medics quite strongly. I mean, it's only small cut. It's below the eye.
Yeah. Well, it's not going to compromise his vision, but it may well be. From what we look like, it looked like a nick. But if it's sliced, they might have to do something about it. They might butterfly stitch it. Not too sure, but clearly it didn't look too significant from where we stood. But the medic is digging in his resources there to put something on him.
It would be unfortunate as well because Adam's right back in this 3-2. It's delicately poised, isn't it?
Yes, I've just been told that he's going to be putting a strip on his eye just to protect it. So it is going to get covered up. So it's just a nice time for everybody to have a chat and to chill out and absorb the atmosphere that we're in here.
Yes, the fourth and final group, ever closer to that £10,000, and we've got the Super 8 Ladies Cup final, the first time ever, breaking new ground once again here.
Very much so. Great match up there with Natalie Williams and Sophie Santillo. That's going to be a great match. Looking forward to it. Thanks for that. Adam's back, good to go. Looking like a warrior.
Yeah, the ladies love men with scars, Greg.
Don't know it.
But I'm glad as well because this is beautifully balanced.
It is. It really is. It's a great fight. Great fight. And as you can see, Adam has got great reflexes, both in countering and in attacking. So Joe's really got his work cut out here.
I think, as you said, the complexity of the technique. Oh, it's all over.
What's that time?
I don't know whether it was time or not, but that was a real shame because Adam was coming right back into that, but Joe goes through.
Well done, Joe. Good fight there, Adam.
And Greg, this is what we were talking about, the international flavour. Lee Kar-Wai, another young man they've all been talking about coming here. And who's he facing? Auden Daniels. I mean, what a matchup.
Definitely. Auden is a former England squad member. And Lee, over from Hong Kong, one of Willie's proteges. Willie Thomas, former England national coach, now the national coach for Hong Kong. Bringing over one of his top fighters to compete in this event.
And again, it's raised the atmosphere for the crowd once more.
Unquestionably. Auden needs to respond to this. He's now realised he can't be waiting for Lee's like a bullet. And again, really smart fight from Lee. He's come out. He's nicked that first point. Boom, giving himself the advantage. Now he can start taking control. Auden's got a chase.
Yeah, he's come out like a real live wire. Light on his toes, very fast. And super fast when he engages, Greg, as well.
Definitely. He scored the first point within 5 seconds. So he weren't bouncing and waiting to see what he had. He decided to find out, and he just went for the point. Bang, scored it. Now he's got the advantage. He's 2 points up, and now he can control the mat. As you can see, he is by being centre in the mat, moving around the area, and taking that dominant position.
Yeah, he's keeping Auden on the back foot. He's keeping Auden thinking. And as you said, he comes in very fast.
Very much so. Auden's a heavyweight. Auden should try and command the centre and make Lee work around the mat and cut down his abilities to move. That's what he needs to do. Cut off, change stance. When Lee starts moving, change stance and cut the mat down. Because otherwise, Lee will just be looking for angles all the time and will pick him off. Again, there you have it. There you have it. You've got Lee looking to utilise his speed. Alden needs to just cut him down, pick him off.
And you mentioned not doing the referee's jobs for them. Have you noticed Lee has not taken his eyes off Alden? In all those exchanges, his eyes were burning into Alden there.
Absolutely. He's very focused. Very focused. Good timing again. He rode that front punch attack from Alden and then come back with his own.
Well, it looks like he's a real interesting character to put into this pot already, Greg.
And again, he's a lightweight, which is making us, which is becoming a statement for the whole tournament. These lighter weights are really dominating the heavyweights. Lee needs to face up and just keep his eye on his opponent. He can't be running away like that. Showing a little bit of inexperience there. Good timing there, but just not sharp enough.
And think heavy contact there from Lee, and he knows it. He apologised to Alden there, but Alden's a tough cookie.
He has. I mean, they've awarded the point. That's it. Change stance well now. Now he needs to cut him down. Stay that stance and cut him down. Exactly, that's it. But he was right inside there. He had the opportunity to look to score a point.
And he's got to get back into this. He's got to get those points quickly.
He can't afford to miss those opportunities. His timing and his stance was right, and he missed the opportunity to grab a point back or two. He had his back of his head to him. Good kick.
But we've seen so many times tonight that mistakes happen when you're chasing like that. It does bring you back into the realm of your opponent when you're forced to chase like that.
It definitely does. It definitely does, especially when they're waiting for you to come. He's got 2 points there for a body kick. So Alden's now 6-0 behind. Again, he needs to really command the area, dominate it, cut him down, and just start dragging them points. As a heavier fighter, his options now, I would say, are to be looking to just take him down and steal those points. Just literally dominate him and bully him. Where he's out trying to out-punch someone who's clearly faster. He needs to just smother him, try and take him down.
It's not going to happen, Greg.
It really isn't.
Happen. Lee Kar-Wai sets out his stall here, one to look for.
Very much so. Very impressive, Lee. Very focused. Very respectful. Good to see. And obviously you can see the influence of Willie there, is the importance of not staying in front of your opponent when you finish, when you've gone for your technique. He was never there. He was never there. Very good. Then I know Ryan, as a junior, I had the opportunity to do some coaching with him. Really a fantastic fight, as he improved significantly under Terry Daly and Wei Chi Wu. Yeah, what a great job Terry's done there with these fighters. Just brought them on, brought them up.
And facing him, Paniotis Luzides.
Yeah, I don't know too much about Paniotis, but I'm sure we're going to find out.
He's a Greek international, isn't he, Greg?
Excellent. Well, the Greeks have got great pedigree. Some great world champions they've had. So if he's from that camp, he's going to be a handful.
And again, I've mentioned it before, but the spectacular nature of the young fighters here is just incredible.
Their athleticism is second to none. Their athleticism is... And all they can do at these events, especially when they're fighting these senior guys, is to enjoy themselves and unload. They are here primarily to gain that experience and to get a taste of what it's like to fight at senior level. Exactly, that's what they need to be doing. Just find out, get in there, have a fight, have something to talk about.
And you never know where it might lead.
Hey, with karate, Malcolm, if you haven't got stories, you haven't fought.
And let's be honest, last year it was an upset. Joe Kellaway was one of those that was going to get experience.
Exactly.
However far he got, it was going to be great.
Exactly.
And he went through everyone.
True, so true, because Joe had his own plan. But watch his distance there. He started that a little bit too far out. Panagiotis could really anticipated that attack well and just wasn't there. But again, you could see a significant weight difference here. Significant weight difference.
As we've had all night, but again, we've been dumbfounded in the sense that the lighter athletes have breezed through that through use of technique and timing and movement.
So true, Malcolm, so true. And it's good to see, just good to see and to impress upon the public how important it is to see that the weight differences are quite stark in some respects, but skill can outmatch brawn.
Panagiotis having to eat that up, a bit heavy the contact there.
It was a bit heavy, but
I must reiterate something you said. Twice tonight only in 4 groups have we seen the medics. One unfortunately for a cut, one previously. Across these whole groups, just 2 times have the medics had to get out of their seats. That's incredible.
It's brilliant, especially for the calibre and the level of this competition.
And the passion.
Yeah, very much so. It just shows the quality of the fighters and just how good they are at what they do. Tremendous to see. And he's recovered well from that. That was quite a hard knock there, almost forearmed.
Well, as we mentioned, Greg, that's the other part of the skill here, because we have seen karateka translate their skills to K1 and full contact arts and stop people. Leon Walters, I saw him in K1, and his kicking was all karate, but when he landed it with no desire to pull it.
Oh, it was phenomenal. It really was. It just showed the skill set. It's only an inch that you're controlling it, the difference, but you let that extra inch go, and it can quite easily knock your opponent out. And a classic example of that is Lyoto Machida in the UFC, who for his first 13 or 14 fights was just doing classic karate competition fighting and with timing and target, and was completely dumbfounding all his opponents. So there is a place for it across all combat sports. That's good technique there.
But the skill here is in not landing with that level of contact. So one more thing you've got to think about for these athletes. One more pressure for them.
Exactly. But that's the skill, that's the training. If they can't do that, they would not be at this level. They need to have developed that skill and ability. It's good.
Panagiotis, he's hard to nail down, isn't
he? He is. I'm yet to see something to make me really think that he's going to go much further than this or the next round. But nevertheless, he's certainly a canny fighter. He knows what he's doing. He knows his way around the mat.
That was the phrase I was looking for, Greg. You know, with some people, they're going to make it really difficult for you.
Yes, very much so. Don't know if they're going to score that. Well, they've scored it. Good. Just that he went on one knee after the technique, so they could quite easily have said that there wasn't enough form in that technique.
Now we'll have to see what Panagiotis does coming forward. He's been happy to fight on the back foot and to move and to wait for Ryan Luke to come in. We'll see if this changes. No, that was it, right at the death there.
And the lighter fighting winning again, Malcolm. Well done, Ryan.
So, Greg, the final 2 men tonight for the individual bouts, Jamal Otto and Terry Brigdale.
Jamal Otto. What a name he has in them. What a legacy he has to follow with his dad. But again, tremendous ability, Jamal. European junior medalist. Incredible talent. One of the few heavyweights who can move like a lightweight. Terry Brigdale, no slouch either. Very, very good fighter. Really going to be an interesting match.
Must be a weight on your shoulders, though.
It may well be, but it depends on how it's managed. It could just be by virtue of the fact that Wayne is his dad. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean it's anything that's been said or anything like that. It literally can just be because of that pressure of Wayne being his dad. But he seems to manage it very well, Jamal. Got beautiful movement, coached by Terry Daly, and he's just got incredible ability.
And last time out in 2017, Wayne resisted the temptation to coach. He sat there on the tables with the rest of the fans, watching the full 10K and watching his son and allowing his son to be coached by his coach.
And that is exactly why Wayne is what he is, because he understands what needs to be done. Yeah, he just gets it, and that's why he was just a successful fighter, an incredibly successful fighter, and now he's an excellent coach with the Norway team and forward the England team. Not so sure that hit myself, but nevertheless.
Well, sometimes you've got to sell it to win it sometimes, Greg.
Good luck. Very, very good. Great start. That's going to focus Jamal's mind.
Terry sold it.
He did. Again, very able fighter, Terry. Still, but look, Jamal's still very composed. He still knows where he is. Knows where he is in the fight. Knows what he needs to do.
But again, no intimidation factor for Terry Brigdale. You mentioned that sometimes fighting with the freedom, going for it, going for your shots, because whenever you go out, you don't get the 10,000.
Exactly.
And I think Terry's summing up that attitude.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so.
Because this is amazing between the two of them.
Oh, it is. Oh, yeah. It's a real high intensity fight. And again, Terry and Jamal are great kickers. And Jamal's really working for those 3-pointers. He really is.
But it's still 3-0 to Terry Brigdale at the moment. Is there an upset here early?
That's a fair point. Jamal has just got to settle, look for his points. He might have to go one at a time instead of just going for the free. Might have to go one at a time and just pick up those points. But as you can see, he's got great ideas. He's so well trained. Yes. I have to say, Malcolm, there was an inevitability about that. He just looked composed all the time. Brilliant.
Composure, that's the thing,
That's
Greg.
the key.
I mean,
you look at him, he never looked flustered at any time. He just knows how to win. Terry now has got to make sure that he stays on it, stays focused, because Jamal now will take the opportunity to pick him off now because he knows that he's unsettled him.
Well, Terry used that opportunity to try and sell the round kick again, this time to the midsection, didn't he?
Again.
And again. This one's bubbling.
It
Greg.
is. It's really good. It's really a good fight. Terry's a tremendous fighter.
Still on a knife edge, this one.
That's
good. Underneath
again.
There from Otto.
That's it. Good again. Very, very good underneath. He should stay face up though when he delivers that. So again, he's got the measure of him now. That's what he needs to do. Just stay on top of him. Stay on top of him. He knows he's going to come, and he's just going to need to out-time him. Keep the pressure on. Don't go back too much. Don't go back too much. He's changed stance there. Excellent. Brilliant. Class. That was really class technique. He changed stance, knew he was going to come, swept his leg. Brilliant.
And Terry's breathing heavily.
He is. He's looking tired, Terry.
And he's taken that flamboyance out of him as well. There's a bit more caution to Terry's work now.
So true. Terry's fighting with his mouth open. Jamal is actually, can see that he is struggling there. So he's just making him more composed. He's more ready. Again.
The timing.
Class. Look at him. Look at Jamal. Just completely flat.
And the crowd's response to that. Beautiful stuff.
Yes, excellent. Great technique from Jamal.
And as we've seen before, Terry Brigdale has to go for broke now, but it's going to be too little too late, I think. Came from behind very calmly indeed, Greg.
Again, I can't impress enough, Malcolm. Composure wins competitions. Ability will get you through the first and second rounds. Composure will win them, and that was very, very class performance. So that has got to be one of the best performances we've seen so far, Malcolm. I don't know how you feel about that.
I did. I thought it was a great bout, and he came back so calmly, as you said, with such timing.
But
this is going to interest me because we saw what a live wire Lee Ka-Wai was, and Joe Kellaway, by his high standards, didn't start the way he started last year.
No, he didn't. But what he has got now is a bit between his teeth because he knows what he needs to do to win, and he knows he has to be at the top of his game. Again, Joe is the heavier fighter here. Joe needs to command the mat. That's a great body kick. I mean, well blocked there, well blocked.
Oh, came in with the thigh, I think, in the midsection of the body. Famwa, I think he actually caught him almost full on with the hip.
Yeah, I think you're right there, Malcolm.
Oh, this looks...
He needs to just take his time,
Closed the gap, came in too close, and I think it thundered in with his hip.
Yeah, it looks like his knee hit him there.
Joe saying he's okay. I think he's saying, no, I'm okay, I'm all right. Or, I don't know, this is vital. It's not been the best start for Joe Kellaway.
No, it hasn't. But he has won his first fight, and he has actually centered himself to get on and win this one. He's just got to get past that little knock he's had there. And when I say centre himself, Malcolm, he immediately took control of the mat when he went out. Knew it dominated the area, so he's confident about winning the match. However, he needs to be firing on cylinders.
Lee, he's not going to quit, but Lee is a live wire. We'll see how this affects Joe. He's not walking properly yet.
Lee's a bullet, so he's going to have to really be able to manage the speed of this fighter.
So how will Joe Kellaway respond?
Joe needs to. Again, Joe is not responding quick enough to this speed. He needs to just literally use the distance that he's got as the biggest fighter.
He's struggling, Greg.
He is very much struggling. Yeah, he is.
And Lee is what they call a loose cannon. You can't say what he's going to do next.
And he's very quick.
He's a real handful, and Joe Kellaway is nowhere near as mobile as he wants to be.
Yeah, he needs to hit him as he comes.
It's not happening. It's not happening, Greg. He is heavy on his feet here now.
He is struggling. Look. He is. Yeah, he is struggling there.
And he's grimacing as soon as he moves, ready to put weight on. He can't put weight. He's switched stance.
No,
he's all over the place.
He is. He's in real trouble there.
I think he's saying he can't. He can't put weight.
That's a real shame.
This will be a real upset if Joe can't continue. No, I don't think he can. He's in tears.
He can't continue. It's a real shame.
This will be the first big upset, Greg.
It is, and it's really unfortunate. But this is combat sport. Yeah, it's going to happen.
You said about being centred, but he couldn't put that weight on to use that centralisation to move. Every time we saw him ready to put the weight on, he grimaced, he switched stances, nothing eased the pressure.
Nothing. And the thing is that at this level of competition, if there is anything at all wrong, it is compounded 100 times by what your body needs to do to score a point. It's too much.
Three minutes.
Well, as much as we want to see Joe coming back, Malcolm, if he's not right, he should really put himself out there because he needs to be 100%.
He would need to be 100%, Greg, just to live with Lee Ka-Wai.
Definitely.
Lee Ka-Wai, the way he's operating and the way he's moving and the problems he's unorthodox.
He is. He is.
Joe would need to be. He's coming back, but he needs to be at the top of his game just to do that.
He does. He really does. But let's see how he goes. Let's just see how he goes. He needs to take the full 3 minutes, though. Just take his time.
He's coming back, Greg. Joe has decided to come back.
Excellent. Good luck to him.
But he's got a mountain to climb now, let's be honest, unless he's got that mobility.
That's what he needs to do. That's what he needs to do. That's what he needs to do. He needs to pull him and he needs to counter, or he needs to go.
Well, we've had everything in this 10K so far. Now we've got real drama with the defending champion right under pressure here through injury against such a mobile and orthodox opponent as well.
Definitely, definitely. Joe, you don't want to do that.
And yet, Greg, there's still just 1 point in it.
There is.
Can he pull this out of the bag?
He can. He can. That's what he needs to do. That's what he needs to do. Good Joe. Good pull. And that's it. That's where he just needs to get that timing right with that reverse punch. Doesn't want to score it too early either. That's good, Joe. That's good.
He's got to get maximum response from minimum effort with the injury that he's carrying now,
so.
Greg.
That's so true. He's going to struggle to actually attack, to be honest. He's got to literally pull him and go.
Digging deep, Joe Kellaway here, right up against it with that injury and the live wire that is Lee Ka-wai.
Yeah, but he's just starting to feel his way back in. You can see his feet are heavy, but he's got a plan. He knows what he's able to do, he knows what he's not able to do. He's just got to make sure he doesn't fight on instinct. So if he fights on instinct, he's going to injure himself any further because your leg want to go up. He want to do the things he can normally do. He's got to stick to a plan. He's got to stick to it. Look at that. He's really struggling, Joe.
It is. It's obvious there.
He's really struggling. He's really struggling.
And I think that's over, and it's such a shame for Joe Kellaway. But it means we won't get a repeat, Greg. We're going to have a new 10K champion.
Absolute total respect to Joe Kellaway. That's why he's one of our top fighters. Great respect for his opponent. Understands that that's just part of the game. And he's just bowed to his opponent, showed the respect, come off. He's fiercely disappointed, but he's done what he's had to do. He's come back, he's tried what he's able to do, and he just couldn't put it out.
Well, it opens the door now. I mean, as I said, we felt he would be stronger. You said everything was in his favour for this year as well. What you can't legislate for is an injury like that.
Definitely.
No faking there. We saw how difficult it was for him to actually move.
Yeah.
But it means now the door is wide open, Greg.
It very much is, and it's going to make this competition even more exciting. We now got what we've actually got here are two club mates. Not are they top internationals. They also train the same club, so not like you're going to notice that when they start off.
I was just about to say, so it's going to be just really nice and friendly then, Greg. A nice, easy little workout for the two of them.
It really is going to be a same old tear up. It will mean nothing to them. And again, Ryan, massive weight cut, massive difference. Massive different weight category in the weight categories there. You've got a heavyweight in Jamal who moves like a lightweight, and
he does move so light on his feet, Greg.
When they're like that, you're always going to be in trouble. You're always going to be in trouble. Ideally, you want a heavyweight to move like one, but these guys, Jamal doesn't, and Ryan's got his work cut out here. He's a great fighter, but he's a much lighter and much shorter.
And if Jamal does get through this and the next round, the group final, he'll probably be the heaviest guy in the semis, the first to come through the group stage.
Definitely. But we'll know why, because his movement is beautiful.
And you mentioned that dexterity as well for a big man. The legs are amazing.
It's just wrong for a man that size to be able to do what he does. And that's why karate today is what it is. The skill of some of these athletes makes no difference even when they're bigger.
But Ryan Luke looking to stay with him, still looking to forge forward.
He knows him, knows what he's got, he knows how to fight him.
And you mentioned that calmness there as well. He knew the hook kick was coming. He knew he stayed in the zone, stayed in the space.
And just covered.
And covered. It
was
remarkable.
Malcolm. Yeah, he's just got great composure. He's got a maturity well above his years, Jamal. And I think with this one, he wants to try and just do enough, but he might risk losing because Ryan knows how to score a point. You know, he's not intimidated by him at all.
And as you said, trying to turn the pressure up. But there again, as we said, Ryan is happy to stay there with him.
He is. And in many respects, he's nullifying a lot of his attacks. So he's getting very close on him, so he's cutting his legs down. So a warning there, a bit too much contact.
It's difficult when you're a heavyweight, Greg.
It really is. It really is. And you can see just trying to take a point there, Jamal. That's it, good point.
And to be honest, probably the first mistake that Ryan made in this bout so far.
Definitely, I think he's just resigned himself almost to the loss almost. Yeah, he's fought him hard for the 2/3 of the fight, and it's like, well, I'm not making any ground here. He's almost holding on, and Jamal is just looking to take what he needs.
And again, that covering when he's so close.
He is. He's just got good composure, Jamal. I don't think he really wants to do much more than that. He's going to just take the point and just try and hold him off.
Nice movement again, though, from Ryan Luke there.
And that's what he's going to do well always as a lightweight. His movement's going to be beautiful.
And again, that dexterity.
Yeah.
Just enough, Greg, as you said.
Yeah, just doing enough there. Didn't need to prove anything. He knows each other. They know each other inside out. Really, really good fight there.
And I think we're going to have the ladies before we find out how Jamal handles the enigma that is Lee Ka-wai.
Indeed. He is that. So we've got Natalie and Sophie, very familiar with both girls, know them very well, really good at internationals, but Natalie's got pedigree. Natalie's got pedigree as a fighter.
Once again to the Super 8 Karate Cup, the last match of group number 2. This sees Sophie Santino versus Natalie Williams.
So the Super 8 Karate Cup for the ladies. What a great showcase. And Sophie Santino versus Natalie Williams.
Yeah, Sophie was a really good junior. A bit unlucky to not pick up a European medal, but Natalie on the other hand has won medals at junior and senior levels. and is arguably the best female fighter in the country. So it's going to be quite an intense match here, because Natalie is hungry. She's looking to get herself selected for the Olympics and has been working hard towards that.
And whenever you've got to first something, whenever it's groundbreaking, you want to be the person that's remembered for that, don't you?
You do. You really do. You really do. You really do.
And again, you can see the subtle pressure that Natalie's applying, can't you?
She's got great experience. She knows exactly what she wants to do. She knows how to take a point. And most importantly, she knows at what stage of the fight what techniques to use. So that's really what Natalie's so good at. Good. She should make sure that she stays face up again. I spend a lot of time with Natalie, always telling her, stay on your opponent, stay focused, don't turn your back. Great point. And that's what she needs to do to take this title. She needs to just stay focused, and she will go all the way. I'm quite sure of that.
So Williams scores cleanly with that perfect timing there.
Very nice. She's got the first point. She's got the advantage now. Now she just needs to ensure that she maintains that advantage. Nothing silly. She just needs to take those points.
And for Sophie Santia, what would you be advising, Greg?
I would actually tell Sophie to change stance. I would change stance, and I would attack that side, because, as you can see, Natalie's now changing stance. There's the advantage. So as soon as she changed stance, she went toe-to-toe with Sophie. Sophie didn't change. Natalie attacked straight away. So it's just those little bits. You've got to look to get an advantage all the time. And what Natalie can do very well, she can fight both sides and do exactly the same techniques both sides, which not many fighters can do. She's very able.
Well, we're going to look here if that kick scored or not on the spin.
Scored the punch. But she continued fighting, which is good to see. Good.
And they're going to score this now.
Good.
Greg,
she's firing now.
She's beginning to pull away, isn't she?
Yeah, she's firing now, Natalie. That's the way she needs to do it. She needs to just stay confident and keep the pressure going. She's just scored 6 points by attacking. Good.
Very straightforward
Good.
there for Natalie.
Very much. Really showed the difference there in experience and ability. Very good fight.
So these semi-finalists for the Ladies Super 8 Cup look like this. Kate Karaczynski will face Carla Burkett. And then in the other side of the draw, Amy Connell will face Natalie Williams. So that's the semi-finalists sorted for the Ladies Super 8 Cup. We need one name, just that one name for the final. The semi-final. This is the Group 4 final, however. This will see Lee Ka-Wai face Jamal Otto.
This is an intriguing matchup, Greg, I'm telling you.
Well, if it follows the pattern of the night, then Lee should be giving Jamal trouble. However, I don't think that's going to be the case.
Well, the thing is, what Jamal's shown is, even against guys that are unorthodox, how calm he stays. Everybody else has sort of like been flustered by Lee Ka-Wai's style. I don't think Jamal will be flustered.
Jamal is a heavyweight who fights like a lightweight. You're going to always be in trouble. Always going to be in trouble with someone like that. He's got ridiculous speed for a big man, and he's got incredible ability, kicking and punching and sweeping. So what you're going to see is Lee fighting a bigger version of himself.
And we've seen the composure under pressure from Jamal
Definitely.
as well.
He's already a point up. He scored that first point. So he's got his head's in the right place. He knows what he needs to be, and he's literally just looking to dominate. That was great technique from Lee. Great technique.
Well, this is bubbling now.
It is going to be good.
As I said, this man is unorthodox. You don't know what's coming next. He's caused problems for everyone and really unsettled them all. Will he upset Jamal as well? This is the key to this bout.
It is going to be interesting. I mean, I still put my money on Jamal, but Lee is very, very unconventional. Even his timing on his bounce is a bit different, so it's a bit hard to pick up.
And it's been very effective for him as
Oh, he
well.
has. He's fearless. I've got to give him that. He's fearless. He is fearless.
From Kowloon. And if he wins this, well, what an upset that would be
It
if
really
he takes
would
the
be.
10K.
It really would be, but it would be great because it just showed just how strong things are out there.
Jamal trying to lure Lee Kawai
Yeah, he
in.
just tested him. He's trying a few things. He's testing him. That's what I mean about Jamal. He's composed. He's composed. That's it. You see, he's just breaking his line, seeing if he goes with him. That's it. That's the point. Huh? Huh?
Are they going with the kick first?
I don't think so. But 3 referees have gone with it, so.
Oh, the crowd don't like that. This is another twist in the tail.
It is. It's now 6-1, but he's got time on his hands.
What would you be saying in Jamal's corner now?
Stay composed, look for your points, look for your points and don't wait. You've got to go out and get your point. He's got to go out and go get his 3 points. He can do it. He can still do it. That's it. Whoa, now that is good. That is good. But two-handed, so he won't get the point for that. But great nullifying of Jamal's attack there.
He's on fire, isn't he?
He is.
Greg?
He's good to go. Got the British coach over there trying to give him a leg up, giving him a bit of insight, but I think Jamal knows what he needs to do. Is whether our man from Hong Kong is going to allow him to.
Well, he's 7-1 down now, Greg.
He's still 2 points away. He's still 2 points away from evening up. Jamal's quite capable of scoring 2 3-pointers, but time is ticking. Time is ticking.
So confident, Lee Kawai.
He is. He is, very much so. Yes.
Well, they haven't scored that kick either.
No, and that looked in.
Bit of frustration beginning to
It
creep
is.
in for Jamal.
He needs to settle down and look again for that point. He needs to settle down. It looks like he's just getting too frustrated. Needs to just push him back and chase him down and get that point.
Now Lee Kawai playing mind games as well now, which he can afford to do with this point spread.
He's got points and time on his hands. It's up to him. Jamal's got to take the initiative. He really has. Great fight there, great fight, must say. I had my money on Jamal there to take that. Lee, again, the smaller man, running the show, took him out. Great fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 4th semi-finalist, Lee Kawai. Probably the dark horse of the tournament, but you've come out in all your group matches with absolutely no fear whatsoever. You've just gone for every back. Yes,
Well, two men are probably favourites for the tournament if you look at the listing, but it's you in the semi-final. Can you go all the way to take that 10K?
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, Lee, one more time, please. Thank you.